In Israel, emergency services say several people have been injured following Iranian strikes. A missile armed with cluster munitions hit a residential area near Tel Aviv, causing damage but no casualties. Our Middle East correspondent John Donison arrived there shortly after the strike.
Right, you can see here we're just on the outskirts of Tel Aviv, and just as we were driving in, the sirens went off, and you can see here where we've got the impact. You've got a couple of cars completely destroyed, fires burning, and a bit of a sense of panic here amongst the people here. A lot of people running towards this spot, presumably to try and find out if anyone they knew had been hurt. We've not heard that there have been any casualties here, but you can see it's a pretty built-up residential neighbourhood. And these Iranian missiles, most of them are getting shot down, but some get through. And some of these missiles, what happens is they break up in the sky and form these smaller cluster bombs that don't do as much damage when they fall, but they're still potentially deadly.
Israel's foreign minister has dismissed reports that the IDF is running short of ballistic missile interceptors. Gideon Saar spoke to reporters during a visit to the site of another Iranian missile strike near the town of Zarzir in the north of the country. He also touched on Israel's campaign in Lebanon, where the IDF has been striking targets linked to the Iranian-backed group Hezbollah. Gideon Saar denied reports that Israel and Lebanon were preparing to hold direct talks in the coming days.
Hezbollah is working accordingly to instructions from Tehran, not from Beirut. They are acting against the will of Lebanon and its citizens. If the Lebanese government and the Lebanese army want to change something, they should do something in order to stop the attacks being done by Hezbollah from Lebanese territory.
The most recent images coming in from Iran show the damage inflicted by US and Israeli bombardment. This was the scene early Sunday in a neighbourhood of Tehran where a police station was hit and some surrounding buildings were damaged.
Communications are very, very hard, but when you can get a glimpse, it gives you a bit of insight into what life is there. And while at the beginning Iranians had feelings that were mixed with hope and fear, right now they're very concerned about what kind of country they're going to be left with. One person talked to me about feeling like it will be, on the one hand, a lack of basic goods, inflation in the economy, and potentially unrest and bloodshed, as he put it, and that after all of this, they will still be left with a regime that they hope they'd never see again.
It follows an earlier claim by Donald Trump, who said the Iranian government appeared ready to make a deal, but in his words, the terms weren't good enough yet. Let's get more on this from our correspondent in Washington, Simi Jolosho. So, Simi, bring us up to date with what each side has been saying.
Yeah, well, President Donald Trump says Iran wants to make a deal, but that he's not ready to make a deal with Iran because it doesn't have terms that are good enough.